Hi guys and welcome back to another video. Now if you haven't seen, a couple of days ago I went to see the best show I have ever been to. When I get onto who this person was, you'll see quite what I mean by that. But it got me thinking, how would I actually rank the people that I've seen so far? Well, no doubt in the future I'll make another video like this, but so far of the people I've seen, how would I rank them? There's some that I couldn't give a fuck about, and there's some that were just a bit underwhelming, and there's some that were fucking phenomenal. So straight off the bat, cannot remember this person's name, but they were supporting Easy Life. It was some rapper shit. Next we've got Mitski, who was supporting Harry Styles. Now I'm aware that she's quite a big artist in her own right, completely respect that. She did bring some energy for the stage. For the energy that she was trying to put out, her music just really didn't match it, and I was watching it and I'm like, I'm bored. And when you're in a stadium full of people, 55,000 people, should you be bored? That was just an underwhelming one. It wasn't actually that underwhelming because I didn't even know she was playing until I got there, I don't think. Yeah, I haven't listened to her music. So maybe I'm not the best judge for that one, but yeah, personally for me, bit shit. Next we've got Jessie Jo Stark. Now this one for me is just one that was underwhelming. Her as a performer, she's incredible. I think she is absolutely fantastic at what she does. She's an absolute fashion icon. Love her as Youngblood's girlfriend. Love her as a person. Her music is cool, but live, it sounds like it's really going to get going. And there's times where she just went, let's go. And then it's just soft. Yeah, for me, it'd be cool to see her if she was supporting Youngblood on his tour. Like, that'd be sick. But I don't think I would go to another one of her shows unless she brought out an album that was like phenomenal. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. Next we've got Easy Life, or whatever they're going to be called now. Still think that's a fucking piss take. EasyJet, you cunts. Before I saw Easy Life, I liked the music, still like the music, but I'd seen clips of them trying to get mosh pits starting at their show. Now if you've heard Easy Life's music, then you'd be like, they tried to get a mosh pit going and that going to be a bit cringe and no one like... Bits of it were, the drummer, oh my god, the drummer is one of the most annoying people I've ever seen perform. He needs to remember that he is not the front man. Now, I'm not saying that band members aren't important. Look at Sid Wilson in Slipknot. Like, he jumped in the crowd and fucking pissed on stage and did crazy things. But when you're an indie band doing that sort of like crazy stuff, it just came across as a bit cringe, personally. But as a performance from the band, they were brilliant. And Murray jumped off the balcony and it was great. It was great. Next we're going on to Ray Shremmerd. Now they were supporting Post Malone. The music isn't for me. They've got, you know, nightclub rap bangers. It was enjoyable. It was really enjoyable. But the reason I put these above Easy Life was just how close I got to Sway Lee. And they were charismatic. They... You know, they gave it their all for that style of music, to bring energy and get people pumped. Like, it was quite impressive, and I just really enjoyed it. Next, we've got two of the most underrated bands and acts that I've ever seen. First off, we've got the White Lakes. Now, I've spoken to these guys numerous times since seeing them. Quality guys. The lead singer, Matt, me and Luke had a picture with him. He invited us to his after party. Like, he was a great guy. Lets me know when the show's going. Sadly, it's been like too short notice to get off work, so I haven't been to see them again yet, but I definitely would love to go and see them again. I wish them the absolute best. I really hope good things come for these bands. From that note, we've got Blush Puppy. Now this was one that I was just like, we'd just seen White Lakes, popped out for a fag, came back in, and then these guitars, they look like proper rock guitars. They had bass, regular guitars, drums, and we were like, this looks like it could be interesting. And then that singer came on stage, and can't remember his name for the life of me. I said to Luke, I was like, he looks way too pretty to be anything heavy or good. And then he starts singing, and it was kind of what we expected, soft with a bit of guitars over it, and I was like, all right. And then he just goes, let's fucking go. And then he had a good little fry scream on him. Well, city's mine! We spoke to him after, again, had a picture of him, and he said he was working on it. To hear that, especially from Luke, who's, you know, like, don't get me wrong, I love myself a bit of metal. I love some heavy music. Luke's like a musical encyclopedia. Like, instantly he can create like a bang on fucking analysis of who someone sounds like and how actually like good they are. And to get that off Luke, like, trust me, that's a compliment. Next up, we've got Neck Deep. Now, these are veterans of pop punk. I've seen them twice, but in London, because they were supporting Youngblood, I didn't see them for that long. I stayed for the first couple of songs, then went to the toilet and came back for the last 2 songs, I think. So I didn't really see them that much. But at Birmingham, they were fucking brilliant. And in reflection for how much I've got into their music more, I have more of an appreciation for it than I did at the time. But yeah, would love to see Neck Deep again. And I think they've played Reading a few times. Now, me and Luke have booked tickets to go and attend Reading Festival, which is something that's a dream come true for me. And I would love to see them there. Next up, we've got the first time I saw Harry Styles. This is at Glasgow. Now, this was a great show, but the reason I put it sort of mid-tier was Harry's House had just come out, and at the time I really wasn't a fan of it. I was just like, all the songs are the same. They're just these fucking quiet little pop songs, and I wasn't fussed. But that album has really grown on me, and it was before As It Was became such a massive thing. And it just wasn't as much of a spectacle as a later show that I'll talk about. Next up, we've got Ian Dior. Now, he was supporting Machine Gun Kelly, and so many people think it's an absolute crime to put him above Harry Styles. He was brilliant, and he's sick. Like, he has got some brilliant songs. And live, he brought energy. I remember he threw water over everyone. Like, he was cool, he was. Next up, we've got someone who I am actually gutted that I've only been able to see him the once. And again, this was supporting Machine Gun Kelly. This is someone that I've spoke about on the channel quite a lot. Someone who I think is so criminally underrated. It's 44 Phantom. Now, when we saw him, I only knew him for the song he's got with MGK. But now, I literally could tell you every fucking song. I think he's unbelievable. So yeah, he's so far towards the top of my list of people I'd love to see again. Next up, we've got Harry Styles at Coventry. This show was just a spectacle. I loved it. When he went, right, we're going to play a couple more songs. If you know the words to this, join in. Come on, Harry, we want to sing that. Like, it was fucking brilliant. And when he did Stockholm Syndrome, he had a great outfit on. It was fantastic. He's a showman. I don't even care. Next up, now, don't get me wrong, these days I fucking hate this person, but it's Machine Gun Kelly. As much as I would love to say he's a wanker, he's shit. Yeah, he is now. When we saw him, he was brilliant. Really enjoyed the show, and I'm actually gutted that he's gone back to rap and he's dropping bars about fucking people's mums, and we thought Emo Girl was cringe. Okay, after Machine Gun Kelly, we have got Oxymorons, who was supporting Corey Taylor. Fuck me, were these guys a surprise. The guy came out with a guitar, and there was a guy on the drums, and I was just like, oh right. And then these 2 guys came out, and they were dressed like rappers, and I was just like, oh right. And then you realise Corey Taylor, one of the faces of nu metal. Who's massive in nu metal? Limp Bizkit. What a Limp Bizkit? Rap metal. And then you realise these guys can fucking kick your arse. They were fucking phenomenal. I was headbanging all the way through it. Really charismatic guys. Fist bumped both of them because I was a bit too far away to get a picture of them. But quality guys, great energy. Loved it. Next up, we've got Youngblood at London. Now, I know so many people expect me to join both Youngblood shows as one and say that it's the best, but no, London was brilliant until you realise this show had so many of the basic fans there. It got loud when he was playing things like Parents, The Funeral, Cotton Candy, like the basic songs that you know from Youngblood. Don't get me wrong, it was still a great show, had a blast, but there were just things that underwhelmed me. So the fact the crowd wasn't as hyped as Birmingham felt. Now, yes, we're in standing, and obviously standing's more hype than sitting down. We were right at the front, But that show, we chanted, we demanded one more song at the end. London didn't. It's still the 4th best show that I've ever been to, but there were just some things that knock it down a little bit. Okay, next up we've got Post Malone. Now, Post Malone was just a spectacle. Everything that can and has to be said about the guy has been said. He was fucking amazing. Yeah, one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Okay, next up, we've got the one that everyone expects to be at number 1. We've got Youngblood at Birmingham, where I met him, where we were right at the front, where I high-fived him twice, where I got to tell him he's my hero, where we waited outside for about 10 hours before he came on stage. This show was probably the best day of my life. This show was something that meant so much to me in terms of just... I don't think I've ever been as happy as I was on that day. Even sat outside Resorts World in a dress, in the freezing cold, on no sleep, just knowing that I was going to see someone that has helped me through so fucking much. And I think people often have a connection with one famous person the way that you would with other people that help you through. So Luke, he's my best mate. He's helped me through so much. Casey, my girlfriend, I love her more than anything in the world. She's helped me through so much. They both know that. Youngblood doesn't. That's the thing. There's these 3 people that I think of straight away where I'm just like, in terms of me being in a dark place, have helped me so much. 2 of them know it, 1 of them doesn't. And I would just love for him to know it one day. That was a bit deep. Okay, the best show I've ever been to. Yes, it's my latest video, Corey fucking Taylor. Jesus Christ, this was amazing. I didn't expect it to be a better show than Youngblood. In terms of a spectacle, Youngblood was better. Youngblood was a better show. It had more production behind it. Corey Taylor, he's a fucking rock star, man. He can play, he can scream, he can sing, he can get you in your feels, he can get you wanting to fucking punch people. I headbutted a girl at this show. Yeah, it's not a massive pride moment for me, but yeah, I was leant over, headbanging, and I was on the edge of a pit. Someone pushed me into it, and I just felt my head connect with face, and looked up, and this girl was just holding her nose. Yeah, that... But she was a trooper. She got back in the pit. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, Corey Taylor, it was fucking chaos. I loved it, and it was just amazing to see Luke so happy. And I know that what I said about the Youngblood show, Luke would feel the same about Corey Taylor. Again, we waited in the pissing rain. It was freezing cold. We were at the front. We got spat on by him. It was brilliant, man. Like, it was fucking fantastic. Yeah. So that is my list of worst to best people that I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong, there is enjoyment with all of them, but yeah, that's the ranking I'll give it so far. People that you'll see me go to watch on the channel will be Slaughter to Prevail, Bad Omens, Bring Me the Horizon, Noah Khan, Hosier, and whoever's at Reading and whoever else we book in the meantime. Yeah, so many more shows coming up, and I can't wait for it. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of it, and I will see you very soon. I'll see you later.